So there was this Nigerian pastor who was based in South Africa, and a lot of things about him came to light that were totally despicable. So I want us to watch this video and to see what he's been accused of. So let's watch together.
This Nigerian pastor has been remanded in the South African prison for the past 7 years without being convicted or sentenced by court in South Africa. All his bail applications were denied. His life and ministry has been reduced from glory to shame. And right in the St. Albans prison where he is remanded and awaiting trial conclusion, his condition is becoming a nightmare and his life is gradually fading away. His name is Timothy Omotoso, a Nigerian-born evangelist who started his ministry in South Africa as the Jesus Dominion International Church.
Say, Lord, separate me from powers of darkness. Call the blood just 40 times. In name once and pray.
Everything seems to be going fine, and altogether he has a total of 27 church branches across South Africa. However, in April 2017, Timothy Omotoso was arrested by the South African police. He was instantly remanded in custody, and up till this day, he is yet to be released. According to the South African authorities, Timothy Omotoso was arrested for allegedly sleeping with over 30 girls in his church, and that some of the girls are as young as 13 and 14 years old. He was faced with a total of 62 count charges, including having forceful affairs and trafficking of teenage girls from his church to his residence in South Africa. According to the report, Omotoso allegedly invites these young girls from various branches of his church to his house for prayer sessions and to be blessed by him, pretending to rescue them from bondage. But in the end, he binds them and always mercilessly shifts their wombs with his manhood. He has about 20 young girls living with him in his residence in his South African mansion in Durban, and it was reported that Timothy Omotoso has female recruiters who are always scouting for these beautiful young girls for him. They go about targeting young girls that doesn't have father figures in their lives and that are raised by their single mothers with a promise to sponsor their education and give them a better life. However, Pastor Timothy Omotoso began to take advantage of these young girls with his powers and authorities as the church leader, and as narrated by some of the victims, the man of God will invite the girls into his apartment and instruct them to massage his legs before finally telling them that it is God's will to lay on them. He was seen like a godlike figure to all the girls, and they are scared to testify against him because no one would believe them. But eventually, Omotoso's atrocity broke out when one of the victims decided to speak out.
He was having the time of his life, laughing while he was doing this. So he continued shoving until he reached climax. When he was done, he told me to go to the bathroom and wipe myself off. So I went. I let myself out of the door. I quickly ran to my bag. I ran out of the gate. I told the cab driver to wait.
Because he was so naughty. He was very naughty. He will spank your palms while you're passing. He asked us to massage his face. Okay, we did that, to massage the face and fine. Okay, he asked us to come. Sikivela mpeteni. Okay, fine, sakivela. Saqhubeka, and then he said, "Thank you, Mbali." He didn't say anything. He just said, "Thank you, Mbali," and then Mbali went out. Okay, I'm alone now with this man. Massage all over the body and stuff. Okay, I did that, and then Wakumul was okay. As Tandas, he took his Bible and put it on my head, and then he prayed. And then he said, I should now go down and him. I said, no, I cannot do that. And then I jumped out of the bed. And then I left. They said I'm embarrassing them. I was supposed to do what the man of God says. Now the man of God doesn't want me anymore because I didn't follow his rules. And I said, no, I cannot do that. In the morning, we have to wake up and greet him in the bedroom with our pajamas so that he will spank us, and we have to sit around there. He'll tell us stories of how many girls he has pumped. He used that name. I pumped so many girls and what. He'll even call some girls, I don't know, in London or wherever, and talk to them, video call them.
And all I could do was lay there. All I could do was lay there. If I don't satisfy this man, then I'm not going to heaven. If I don't satisfy this man, then I've broken a covenant between God, myself, and him that he established.
Tell us that he wasn't sleeping, he was in heaven, communicating with God. The testimony was rehearsed every day. They lied about everything. It was rehearsed every day so that they will share the testimony on Sunday, and it's perfect, no mistakes.
Omotosho knew he was about to be arrested, and then he quickly and quietly planned his escape back to Nigeria. But unfortunately for him, he was arrested right in the airport on his way out of the country. And in fact, he was picked up in his hiding place inside the female restroom of the Port Elizabeth Airport on the day of his arrest. His church was locked up and his members were dispersed. Two other young women who are also known for recruiting young girls for him were also arrested.
My life changed because of the things that I've seen happening inside the church. And that stole my heart. And I've been a churchgoer before, but the way I felt and the way of understanding if the word of God and the way Reverend Timothy Omotoso has been good to me, not only by the words of wisdom that comes out of that mouth. I felt like being at school, and it helped me a lot. I've gained a lot in that place.
However, the most disturbing part of the case is that Timothy Omotoso and his two alleged accomplices are always made to appear in court every year. But unfortunately, the case is always adjourned by the judges, while their bail was also denied, leaving Timothy Omotoso and his alleged accomplices in remand since the past 7 years without conviction. And he was also served with papers rendering him as an illegal person in South Africa.
The state opens this case. I don't know how long it will take. Then that means, as a matter of certainty, that the main case will further be delayed because it will not commence before we finish these proceedings. I don't know if I'm missing anything.
Confirms wholeheartedly our claim that the state are playing games and are delaying this case unnecessarily.
I'm not, Mr. Price. No, Mr. Price. Please treat the court with respect. Please treat the court with respect. Yeah, please do. It's for the decorum of the court. It's very important that you treat the court with respect. The main trial, Mr. Price, cannot commence when you and the state are still dealing with this application. That is what I'm saying. You will be leading your witness. We don't even know how long the state will take in cross-examining him. The state will open its own case. You don't know how long that will be. And before that finishes, the main case cannot commence. That is all I'm saying. And I thought it's obvious.
No, I fully agree on that.
Yes.
There's no.
It is yet to be clear if the South African authorities are intentionally delaying Omotosho's case by not pronouncing him guilty or not since the past 7 years of his remand. And this year and this time, it is hopeful and yet uncertain that the final judgment will be passed.
Somebody say hallelujah! Lift up your hands now. I want to pray with you. Jesus, thanks a million. Jesus, thanks a million. Sing everybody now.
So, my brothers and sisters, you guys have heard what the man of God is being accused of. I think this was a similar thing with the man of God in Nigeria, the late prophet T.B. Joshua, where the BBC did a documentary or an investigation about him and uncovers a lot of abuses and criminal activities in the Synagogue Church of All Nations. And when this documentary or when this interview was released, a lot of people in Africa were too angry about it, and they were lambasting and they were blasting BBC for dragging a man of God's name into the mud. And according to them, the white people don't want anything good from Africa. When they say something good from Africa, they want to drag it into the mud, which I find that to be very stupid of us to think that way. Listen, I have my reservation about Western media. I do. But I do not think that religion is something great that we should be proud of. I don't think so. There are things we could be proud of, right? Not religion, not thinking that, Apostle John Sulemanu is a man of God. So when he's being accused of committing crimes, it's because Western media want to drag what is good from Africa into the mud. What's good from Africa? Religion? Religion is what we consider something great coming from Africa. That is a great man of God from Africa. They don't want to say anything good from Africa. I'm like, really? What did he do that was great, that has impacted the lives of many people in Africa? What did he do? What did he do? Did he build a school that has helped people who cannot afford normal education go to school? Did he? Did he pave a road that has helped market women carry their product to the market? Did he? What did he do? What did he do? But anyway, that aside, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because most of the times, common people, ordinary people are the problem. They are the problem. They would stand up for somebody who will never stand up for them. I have seen cases like this where they stand up for a politician who, in return, never stand up for them. But you know what? Let's leave it. So this man of God, Timothy, has been arrested in South Africa, and he's been locked up in jail, awaiting trials. So we'll have to see how all this unfolded, and if he's guilty or not, we'll have to see. But if there's one thing I know is that people in high position always have a leeway when it comes to them being prosecuted. Okay, they always have this added advantage to them, and they do not face enough criticism as common people. So you see that he might have been doing this for many years. He might have been. But no one was paying attention to him because he was a man of God. And more too often, like the narrator said, when people speak out against them, nobody believed them. Nobody. Because even the people that speak out against late T.B. Joshua and what he did to them were being cast out as trying to drag a man of God's name to the mud. Women who came out and said this and this happened to them. No one cared to investigate to really know if what they said was the truth. They have already came to their own conclusion that those people who spoke out are liars. And according to them, a man of God can do no wrong. Can do no wrong. And when people sided with the men of God without thinking, without investigating, it emboldens these men of God to continue in their despicable ways. It emboldens them. And we must start talking about this. We must. Now, it's rare to see a man of God being arrested. Some men of God are not who they claim to be. Some men of God are very, very bad people. Very, very bad. But then again, let's wait to see what comes out of this case. Let's just wait to see. I will keep you guys updated. If you want to participate on our platform, if you want to share your thought and opinion on the things we cover on this platform, then you can reach out to us with your contact information. We will contact you and we will schedule a day for you to share your thoughts on the platform. We can do a video call or an audio call and let you talk about the things you think are important to you. Remember, this is a community that we wanna build, and everyone's participation is very important. So please do not reach out to us with your WhatsApp or any way you want us to contact you. We shall do that. We shall schedule a video call or an audio call, and then we shall discuss. And whatever we discuss shall be posted on the platform so that people get to benefit from your personal experiences.